Well, a lot of the time, to be honest, what it typically used to be like, so people would be like, I want to, run this event in about, let's just say, I don't know, finance. I want to run this finance event and I have no data, absolutely no data. So 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, you were able to go to a data company and say, right, this is, I'm running an event and I need these specific companies and these job titles from these companies to market to. I want to create build my database and then start emailing to them. And this is now sort of, it's not even, I think it's not even GDPR compliant. So you can't even do that anymore. Yeah, what you need to do now, a person has to engage with your content, or downloaded something from your website or has emailed in any kind of interest before. They have to explicitly give their sort of consent before you're able to even market to them. So that way of working isn't even legal, and it's not really efficient either, to be honest, because the relevancy most of the time is not there. So what marketers need to do now, they need to change. You have to change your approach to thinking about how can we get their consent where people willingly give us their email address for us to market to. And then that comes down to content marketing. Content marketing, so basically, is producing valuable content for your target audience where they will find it useful. So it could be things like, here's best practice on how to get you a really good, effective, strategic email plan template. And you write a blog, or it could be in a form of a blog, it could be in a form of a white paper.
So just to on this point, like what you're saying basically is that like 5 years ago you could start from scratch without having an email list, because you could just do a lot of outbound, a lot of direct marketing. But right now it's becoming harder because people don't respond to it anymore, and so and also it's not working anymore. So you need to build an audience before launching an event and way before, and kind of build that audience. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely, yeah, okay. Definitely. You need to have an audience. You need to know who you're targeting or marketing to. Now, it's not that you absolutely cannot. Like, there are other ways of acquiring that data. So that could be through sort of, your partners that you're working with. If companies have sponsored you or exhibiting, or speakers that come from, they can market to their sort of data and say, I'm speaking at this place, or I'm sponsoring here. But it still wouldn't be enough. It really depends on the size of the event. So then you'd look at sort of things like pay-per-click, PPC, advertising, which is one of the, you have to, which, is really, really sophisticated in terms of who you want to target. You can create lookalike audiences. You can upload your list and say, this is the type of people that I want to target. So there's so many other ways. Again, with that, you need to be really specific with your message. You need to think about every touch point of that person's journey. And then where does that lead to? You need to be ready to create landing pages for specific messages and specific persona types. So you need to build all of those so that when you are doing all your advertising and your PPC campaigns and you're driving that traffic back to the website, to remember that you still have enough relevant content that will engage them enough to want to then sign up to a newsletter or download a content. So, every step needs to be thought through so that it's an integrated message throughout that person's journey.
I see.
So yeah.